Not many Japanese are aware that eating disorders are becoming a serious problem in the country. Many young Japanese are suffering from various eating disorders, sometimes without the knowledge of their friends or families, and sometimes without proper treatment. Doctors fear that the problems are getting more widespread, as many who are suffering from the symptoms are reluctant to tell anyone of their problems.
According to the Health, Labor and Welfare Ministry survey, there are about 25,000 to 26,000 receiving treatments with doctors. However, some researchers say the actual number is closer to 1 million people suffering from this illness.
Japan is a culture of conformity where people are expected to fit in to the norm. People feel an embarrassment to have a mental illness.
Japanese are educated to fit into society rather than building individual characters. There are people who have no problem adjusting to a group, but then there are those that feel stressed and having to suppress themselves. Those are the people with the high risk of developing eating disorders.
Doctors also concur that young people with certain traits have high risk of eating problems.
In Japan, people who are most likely to develop eating disorders are those whom we refer to as good children, quiet and well-behaved, someone who's likely to be thorough in things they do, and who lack confidence. Young people with these qualities have a high risk of developing eating disorders.
But more serious matter is that Japan is lacking doctors that specialize in eating disorders. It requires complex, specialized and general treatment. It is said that there are many patients who give up treatment without being cured.
It's true that we are lacking doctors in psychiatry overall, but even fewer doctors who can treat eating disorders. Many doctors in psychiatry do not specialize in this field, and we need more doctors who specialize in this illness.
From her own experience, Aya Hasegawa said there is no specific right way to treat eating disorders. You need patience.
People suffering from eating disorders want to overcome the illness, but at the same time, there's a part of you that doesn't want to be treated because you may look better. It's painful, but there's a part where you want to remain as is, and it's a very complex illness one has to face.
Being slim and fair-skinned are the quality of beauty here. Many of the television talents are very slim, to whom the teenagers look up to. In recent surveys showed that average weight of women in their 20s have decreased by 10% in recent years. Experts warn that awareness should be raised to discourage excessive dieting. This is Terence Hiroshima in Tokyo.